weekend, 3-day weekend of BRC. Friday evening at Thomas Nelson Community College, just turning up. Oops, over the bump. I always forget that it's there. So I'm going to park here and I'm going to walk into the classroom and do some teaching. So due to Saturday and Sunday being expected to be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit this weekend, we decided to start the BRC 3-day range portion at 6 in the morning, just as it's getting light, so that we can miss the heat of the day. Seemed like a good idea. Don't like driving in the dark though. So this means for 6 a.m. start for the students means I have to be here at 5, and here I am just after 5 a.m. pulling onto the car park of Thomas Nelson Community College, where we do the BRC range portion. So this is still of exercise 2, and as you can see, the students are getting to ride there. And now this is afterwards. This is about 11 a.m. It is about 95 degrees. I'm leaving to go home, and I just need to ride across the range and say something to the other instructor, the chief instructor, Bo. So what I needed to say to Bo was tell him about the gear shift lever on the Royal Enfield Bullet 500 had come disconnected on the inside. One of the students had pressed down too hard on the gear shift and it disconnects. It's not a very good design, and it seems to be a common problem with the 500 Bullet. So that's what I was telling him. So, time to leave. Try not to run over any of the students. They haven't ridden yet. This is the 2-day course, and they're behind me over my right hand shoulder. Turn on some tunes and ride off.
With this great opportunity from Geico.
Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater at Virginia.
So just making it home. I am very hot. I am very dehydrated. My plan is to park the motorcycle, go in the house, rip off all my clothes and stand under a cool shower for about 20 minutes to try and cool down a little bit. This is my plan. I think it's a good plan.
Will beat any advertised price in Virginia on a new Chevy, guaranteed.
There is 5 a.m. again on Sunday, going back to the range to do part 2 of the range exercises. I'm pulling up. My colleague is already here this time. I had to wait for him last time, he had to wait for me this time. Only seems fair. Here are a couple of stills of the range, people getting ready, someone about to do a demonstration. This is people getting their licenses given to them at the end of the exercises. This is me leaving after giving out the licenses to the 8 people who passed the BRC. Started off with 10 people. 1 person didn't show up and 1 person failed the written test. Everybody else who completed the BRC passed and now can get the M endorsement on their license. This is the 2-day BRC. They're just starting exercise 10. That's the first exercise of the 2nd day. It's really hard. So, leaving Thomas Nelson Community College. Won't be back here until next week. It's getting up to 95 degrees. It's supposed to get up to triple digits later today. I need to get home, get out of the sun, get some fluids in me and have another cold shower. Oh, here I am home again. I'll go home, have some lunch, stand under the cold shower and try and cool down a little bit.
Saturday, August 3rd. Heart with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and Ellie King Sunday, August 11th.
So I've been home about 3 hours. I've showered, I've changed, I've had some food, I've had plenty of water. So I decided I needed to go out. I needed to take the tripod out, and I needed to try out putting the camera on the back at a slightly different angle on a long pole to see how this looks. Seems to be working out right. Quite like this view. Oh my god, it is hot. Right, off to Firehouse copy. Why not? Front view coming into Firehouse copy. You see there's the church. Anybody who watches my videos, I seem to go to Firehouse copy quite a lot. It is very good copy, and it's not Starbucks. I friggin' hate Starbucks. This is the rear view again. And I quite like this. I don't know how often I do, because it makes the bike look a little strange with a very long pole on the back parcel rack. So here we are, I'm back inside Firehouse copy. There's my copy coming, and leaving my camera on. It's attached to my helmet. Just get some internal views of the place. Seems like a good idea. I bet I should move my gloves out of the way. Just wandering around here. You can see some of the stuff. They have an awful lot of stuff here. I think they're training some new girls. Left my phone on my motorcycle, so I had to go get that. It's so hot outside, it would cook my phone. I'm waiting for my coffee. Where's my coffee? Some more still photography from inside the Firehouse copy. I like doing these. Gives you something to look at. There we are. And now it's time to leave. Yeah. Got the camera mounted high on the back. It's a really interesting view. So I'm still wearing my Rivet wind jacket in silver. It is as long as the motorcycle is moving, I am cool-ish. But when you've got 100-degree heat, it's very difficult to be cool doing anything. But I do like this jacket. It's my favourite jacket at the moment. I'm not sure how many more weeks I'll be able to ride it. Thought I'd take a detour up to Buckrow Beach. Just I'm out riding, I'm going to ride past here. Actually, someone who knows the rules of the road, and actually took his stop first, which is pretty good. Back to over-the-shoulder camera. There's not as many people here as I would have expected for a Sunday lunchtime, but then on the other hand, it is extremely hot. So this car's got its four-way flashes going. I think, well, they might want to park. But no, they didn't want to park. I don't know what they wanted to do. They just stood there. I'm riding here really slowly, looking left and right. Children tend to run out between the cars, and dogs run out, and parents run out, and pretty much everybody just runs out. A bit suicidal maybe. Oh, there's some bikes there on the left. So I'm going to turn right here. Oh, turn right twice there. And right towards the sea, and go around this little roundabout, just as another little diversion. There's a fair amount of people on the beach, but not as many as you'd expect for a Sunday. I really think people are hiding from the heat, because it is exceptionally hot, even for Virginia. When it gets close to 100 here and there's high humidity like there is today, it's just unpleasant to be outside. Even in the sea, it's unpleasant. So, almost home. So I'm going to go inside the house and hide from the heat again, have another shower, and edit all this footage I took. I used 3 cameras, so it's going to be a lot of footage.